fade away to Kennedy Brown, not knowing how to splice these videos. I decided I would do a little manual presentation with the Alexander photo, which I thought, well, actually that's going to be part of the subject of what I'm sharing today, because I'm sharing a post I wrote a little while ago, and I'm doing it live, not reading it behind the picture as I usually do. So this is a new experience for me, and I hope that it entertains you too. So the title of this one is To Adventure or To Read Adventure. That is the question. Would I prefer to have an adventure or read about one? This week's ponder, as usual, requires some definition, some foundation before the verdict is rendered. The word adventure has such a broad range of experience possibility. An adventure can last a few minutes or unfold over years. Taking an unaccompanied hourly walk for the first time in the dark, foreboding forest near Kuyker's home in South Africa had all the aspects of adventure. And then the 4-year family tour to Hawaii, lasting from 1973 to 1977, was itself indeed an epic adventure. In contrast, now that's the experience aspect of adventure, so in contrast, to read about adventure depends so much on the author's ability, I believe, to draw you into an intimacy with the recorded account. The photo that introduced this is of Alexander the Great, and the book Alexander the Great by Philip Freeman was such a biographical adventure. I was really drawn into it. And with all of Alexander's ruthlessness, the reader is still, me, is still filled with regret at his untimely passing. How the entire course of the world might have been changed had he lived. Freeman, the author, gives the reader a first-person feel of intimacy with Alexander. I fought across the steppes of Asia. I spent a year in agonizing crossing of a desert to return home. I was tutored by Aristotle. Such an amazing adventure. Would I really have wanted to have been physically present, experiencing the adventure with Alexander from the earliest days in Macedonia to his death? I think reading, or really listening in my case, from the comfort of my recliner was adequate. Can I draw a conclusion to my adventure preference? I've engaged so far in 92-year adventure. It will be reduced via Storyworth, which I mentioned to you in previous posts, is the weekly little article that we write that will be consolidated into a book at the year's end, responding to questions that our children have asked. So to repeat what I just said, so in my 92-year adventure so far, which will be reduced to 52 chapters of varying length, I think that many of the readers of this record that is being drafted will have been personally, intimately, obviously, since it involves our kids, involved in the details of various of the chapters. I'm pretty sure each will enjoy reading and remembering the specific adventure, but each will also be appreciative of having been personally a part of it. So let's see then, as I turn my page over, do I have a conclusion? The fly on the wall certainly observes all that transpires before it, but I imagine that there's a certain wistfulness at being limited to observing and not participating. So all things considered, I choose participating in the adventure. Thanks for listening.